Oh. Oh, don't do that. That's big enough. All right. Genshin Impact live stream. All right. We're on just chatting. And we're ready to go.
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence.
The history of dragons
creepy.
starts from the very beginning of Teyvat. Dragon King?
What?
We were victims of the apocalypse. We
Ah,
also
yes,
became
the
the
dragons.
apocalypse itself.
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
No one can withstand the power
Go
of the
ahead.
apocalypse.
Ooh, wow. 3-element monster.
Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land by leaning on the heavens' glow.
Is there any way to avoid fighting them? Hey, wait!
Ooh. Dragon fight time. Smack, smack, smack. Wow. Your imagination of dragons are really interesting.
Life, death,
Really
and the world
interesting.
around us all follow a set of laws. A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better.
There's his shield.
Feast your eyes!
Watch and learn. Oh man, so many new things. So many new things.
Sight clear.
The camera's not in the right place right now. I need to move it. Camera. Oh.
The competition is heating up. Oh, and here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
I can't move my camera. Oh my goodness. Everyone fighting everyone now? Oh boy.
Nice.
Whoa!
Wow. That's
Hey
a lot.
everyone, I'm
Hey,
Zach
there I
Aguilar,
am.
and welcome to the Genshin Impact version 3.6 special program. Wow, I didn't expect
Alright,
we'd
now I'm
appear
up
right
here.
after the trailer
You get
this
to see my
time.
face.
I hope you all enjoyed that. Anyway, we've got a jam-packed program today, and we even have
You still
more
have time for the
hosts than
codes, I
usual.
think.
So why don't we
You
go
can
around
try.
and take a moment to introduce
Can
ourselves?
try.
Sure thing. Hey everybody,
You can try
it's
to
so
get the
good to
codes
see you
in.
all again. I'm Kimberly Ann Campbell,
I sent
the
them
voice
to
of
my
Nikita.
Discord and
I'm
all
so
sorts of
excited
other
to
places.
finally be back and share new content with all of you.
Oh.
Oh,
Expire
well,
at 12
if it
a.m.
isn't the renowned traveler. Hello,
Sorry,
everyone.
my kids probably
name is
forgot to.
Anjali Kunapanani, and I'm the voice of Dory. Thank you for always supporting the business of Lord Sangama Bay with your shiny Mora.
And I'm Sean Dury, the voice of Baiju from Boo Boo Pharmacy. Are you experiencing any discomfort?
Dory.
And how many days have the symptoms persisted?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, thanks, doctor. But I do have this problem where I am way too obsessed with my cute little chibi. Hello.
Aw, me too.
Yes.
Anyway, I am sure a lot of
Gotta
our
scoot this a
viewers have
little
already
bit.
seen our characters pop up in the game by now.
True, yeah.
Yes.
You've all been a part of the traveler's journey at some point or another.
That's right, and
It's
we'll be
too bad.
seeing
Oh, I did
everyone
it again.
again
Stop
to
it.
experience some new stories together in the upcoming version.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, me too. I think we're ready to jump into some upcoming content, like, I don't know, one of our new
There we go.
playable characters in version
Now we got this.
3.6. Let me know if I'm saying this right. I think his name is Baiju? Baiju? Is that how you say it?
You're
I'll settle,
funny.
Sean.
Nice.
Real subtle,
I'm sure
Sean,
everyone's
that's
waiting
right.
to see which event which the new characters will be appearing in. So let's get to our first redemption code, and in the meantime, everyone will also be able to check out some details about the version 3.6 event wishes.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. Nahida and Nilo. Oh, I was hoping that was what it was going to be. Phase 1. Wow, so I get to do that right after the patch. Oh, Naida and Milo. Well, Naida is what I care about. So they're pushing Baizu to Phase 2 if they're going to release him. Baizu and... No. It's Ganyu. It's Ganyu. Baizu's running opposite of Ganyu.
Oh, fuck.
I know. Exactly. Oh. Oh, Jade Paul Splendor. Catalyst, of course, because he's got to have. So he is a Catalyst user. That's people had rumored that was what it was, but I guess it makes sense. He doesn't like carry a weapon, so it makes sense that he'd be a Catalyst user.
When on the road, one should take ample time to pause
Because you can't see their weapon
and
on them
appreciate the
are
wondrous
catalysts.
scenery along the way.
Or most characters that you can't see their weapon on them are either catalyst or bow characters.
Yep.
The doctor will see you now.
The doctor will see you now. I love his snake more than he
Taking a turn for the
His snake is awesome.
Snake is adorable.
His snake is amazing. It's so fun. The doctor will see you
Okay,
now.
that snake was awesome. Also,
This
its
snake
design
is
totally
awesome.
popped up on Baiju's shield.
I like that.
Well, I'm afraid of snakes, but
You did it on
Chong-Chong
purpose.
sounds
They know what
so
they're
cute.
doing.
They know what they're
Yeah,
doing.
me too. And also,
still, they're
random
right.
thought,
Yes.
but isn't
I'm not spending more
Baiju
money
the
on it than I have
first
to.
male
Yes.
character with glasses?
Oh, wow. I think you're right.
Oh yeah,
Right.
he is.
Personally, I
Maybe
love
that's
his
why.
voice. Think it's amazing. Also, you can't go wrong with
Yeah.
purple pants.
Not biased at
You
all.
really can't. You know what? Okay,
Can't go
let's
wrong
talk
with
about
purple
Baiju.
pants.
Baiju is a doctor at Boo Boo Pharmacy and is
Really?
skilled at healing his patients. His abilities have helped Boo Boo Pharmacy make a reputation for itself in Liyue Harbor. But most importantly, Baiju is a gentle and refined physician, and his heart is dedicated to helping
Gentle
the
and
world.
refined.
He tends to anyone who comes to Boo Boo Pharmacy seeking medical attention, regardless of their wealth or status.
Ah,
Oh, I see. So he's that kind of doctor.
What kind did you think he
What
was?
kind of doctor?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of thought he might be the type of doctor who does good things, but with his own nefarious plan. You know, like, I can
Like
save
an
you.
evil doctor.
But for a price.
I guess he just seems kind of mysterious like that.
Well, I give your imagination some credit, but sorry, he isn't quite the suspicious doctor like you imagined. In fact, he's actually a
Aw.
trusted physician among the people of Liyue Harbor. Everyone prefers to go see Dr. Baiju, no matter how serious the problem may be. But even though he works as a skilled physician, his own condition isn't so great.
I know people say that doctors are the
Ooh.
worst patients. Is that the case for Baiju as well?
Well, Baiju's case is a little complicated, and I don't want to give away any spoilers. So, travelers will have to
Oh,
check
there'll
him
be a
out
inquest
in-game to
about
learn
him.
more about his story. So
He does look
zip,
kind of
that's all
frail
you're gonna
though.
Okay,
so
well,
it kind of makes
no
sense.
matter what happens, I just hope that he'll be able to take care of himself.
think. Me too.
Is it?
But
Yeah, I've got
besides
mirror
his
mode
health,
on my
Baiju
camera right
also
now.
has some
It's
other
all right.
troubles to worry about. For example, Director Hu will sometimes put up ads outside of Boo Boo Pharmacy to promote her funeral parlor. On top of that, poor little Chi-Chi is
Yeah, that's
terrified
rough.
of Hu Tao. So there are some days where
Yeah.
Baiju really has his hands full.
Yeah, that does
I'm
sound
sure
like
he
something that
does.
Hotel would do.
As fate would have it,
Mhm.
Baiju's master and the former director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor both studied together under the same master.
Under the same
But the two
master.
had
Oh,
differing
no.
views on the concepts of life and
turn off
death
CCs
and ended
right
up
now.
going their separate ways. Their differences were passed down to their apprentices, which has led to Baiju and Hu Tao's different views. In version 3.6, travelers will be able to play through Baiju's story quest to hear some of Baiju's
Act
inner
1.
thoughts and learn more about this caring doctor.
Lagenaria.
I can't wait to check it out.
chapter.
In-
Act
In his
1.
search for discovering new
Interesting.
treatments and cures, Baiju will often choose to test new medicines on himself. As you spend time with
What?
Baiju in the field, you can make use of his knowledge of herbs and interact with certain
Interesting.
harvestable items, which will
Picking
heal
up
your current
items
active
heal
character.
you.
So, since Baiju's a
What?
doctor, I think it's
That's
pretty safe to say that
wild.
most of his combat abilities are focused on healing, right?
Yep, that's right. Baiju's treatment in battle is usually performed in 2 steps. Step 1 is
Wow.
to control a wandering sprite that cruises through the enemies and restores HP to
What?
his teammates. Step 2 is to create a shield. When the shield refreshes, ends, or is
Burst
broken,
shield,
not
okay.
only will it provide healing, but it will also deal dendro damage to enemies. Baiju believes that even in a difficult spot, as long as the diagnosis and treatment are done properly, lives can always be saved.
All right.
Sweet.
Thank you for
Looks
the
like
alert.
we'll be able to try out some new team compositions with him in mind.
For sure. Well, all right, I think that's all we have for Baiju, so let's move on to our next playable character. I bet many travelers already know him well.
I'm glad you gave me a chance. I always think it takes people with similar
right,
tastes to
Kaveh.
sustain a pleasant conversation.
Briefcase boy. Briefcase boy. Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Breaking new ground!
So the sword swings around him. Is that a claymore? Yeah, he looks like he's using a claymore. Weird. Wow. He's got some wild animations.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay, wow.
Okay.
Wow, those were
If
some
you
cool
see him make
animations.
dendro cores explode on command, that'll be useful for me.
Yeah, that
That's
was
so
crazy. And the
neat.
toolbox, he has some cool accessories. I am jealous.
Oh yeah, I'm loving those animations. Super cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
those are the
so
best.
since Kaveh has
Some
some
really good
connections with Dory,
animations.
I'll introduce him. Kaveh is an architect and has this keen sense for beauty and the arts that he's developed ever since he was a child. Not to brag or anything, but his magnum opus is the Palace of Alcazar, which is crazy coincidence where Dory lives. And his designs not only
Yeah.
provide the required functionality, but also greatly incorporate his own artistic taste, making them feel unique and noteworthy.
Well, he sounds like a genius, so he must be pretty
Cool.
successful.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't quite lead
Not-
the life of success and carefree spending like you might imagine. It's actually kind of the opposite. He hardly has enough more to survive.
Mood.
Okay, so he's
That's
broke.
probably Dory's fault,
Interesting.
though.
Why is that?
Well, it kind of comes down to Kaveh's personality. He's a very perceptive person, so he has this sensitive and delicate side to his character. He also has a strong sense of empathy and can understand the emotions and thoughts of different people, which
Well,
may
he doesn't
actually
charge
be
what
one
he's
of his
worth.
sources of artistic inspiration. For example, when someone is trying to sell something to Kaveh, all they have to do is make up some story about how the proceeds go to helping poor children, and he'll practically hand over his Mora, like all of it.
Wow.
Sucker.
What a nice but gullible guy.
Yeah. And on top of that, he doesn't limit himself with the cost of construction. And take the Palace of Alcazar as an example. Maybe only a real maniac architect like him, who doesn't care about the costs, could ever build something as amazing as that. So you gotta respect him for that.
Yeah.
But it's probably these kinds of
Excuse me for a
situations
moment.
that have made him become roommates with All Hate Them.
That's right.
But aren't I'll Hate Them and Kaveh polar opposites?
That's what I
We
wanna
see
be.
them bicker all
There
the
we go.
time.
About
better.
what?
Well,
Sorry,
Kaveh thinks
too
that
many
All Hate
adjustments.
Them lacks feelings for others and always disagrees with his point of view. But like Anjali just said, Kaveh can understand how many people feel, but understanding doesn't always mean agreement.
Right. Yeah, I think we're starting to understand Kaveh's character a little better now. So next we can move on to some of his talents.
Yeah, for sure. As an architect,
What does he
Kaveh
do?
can help everyone save some
Helps in
materials
the-
when creating furnishings.
Saves
and
in the
his mapping
teapot.
abilities might come in handy during battle. As a unique and creative designer, Kaveh must always bring tools with him. His toolbox, named Marak, not only provides Kaveh with tools, but also has many interesting uses. For example, Marak's mapping ability allows him to scan the battlefield, causing all dendro cores within a certain AoE to burst immediately.
Nice.
In addition to that,
Oh,
when
yes,
Marak
that is
completely
Delos
releases
support.
its energy, it converts Kaveh's attack damage to dendro damage and increases
Okay.
Kaveh's combat capabilities.
Okay.
Love the
You don't need to worry
lines and the
about triggering all
color.
those
Oh,
dendro
it's so
cores at the
pretty.
same time. Kaveh won't be hurt by them. In fact, one of Kaveh's talents actually causes him to recover a set amount of
Heal
HP when
from
he takes
dendros.
damage from a dendro
He's
core.
the ultimate
It's
driver
always
for
good to have a
Dendro.
reliable partner like that. Shang always gives Baiju a lot of help too, you know.
Exactly. But Marak is pretty remarkable. It can even wield a sword for Kaveh.
That's a pretty awesome
So
toolbox.
he doesn't actually
know,
hold
right?
the sword.
Okay.
Just like Dory
so
doesn't
that
actually
should
sold the
be
sword.
Just about everything we have for Kaveh.
How should I say this? I think his
That must be
character
his
has
charge.
more depth than we expected.
Well, he is a distinguished architect from the Nation of Wisdom, so we shouldn't underestimate him.
Yeah,
It's really
Kaveh will be
cool.
appearing in
He's
the main event for version
really cool.
3.6, so maybe we give some details about that next?
Oh, okay, I got this one. Our main event for version 3.6 is the
Seed of
Academia
Evidence of
Extravaganza.
Providence.
In addition to the variety of celebrations, the event also serves as a chance for the 6 Darshans to compete. The extravaganza consists of 2 main parts, the Wisdom Gala and the Inter-Darshan Championship. In the Wisdom Gala, the 6 Darshans have prepared 6 corresponding activities to show off the style of each respective school. As for the Inter-Darshan Championship, each of the Darshans will be selecting a single member to represent their school in a large competition.
It looks like Lisa. It kind of looks like Lisa.
So maybe we can talk about some
That is her
gameplay
school.
the travelers can expect to see.
Looks like Lisa.
It sounds
That could
like we'll be getting
else.
a total of 6 different game modes this time. That's a lot.
Yeah, each of the 6 Darshans will be compiling their research to provide fun mini-games for everyone to enjoy. For example, Layla's Rdawahis Darshan will be setting up an astrolabe used for studying astrology at their booth. When travelers adjust the astrolabe to the appropriate height and angle, the stars on the astrolabe will light up and form a pattern. Look, this time the pattern is a cute little fungus.
That's cool.
Aw, that does look like fun.
Nice.
Here's another one. The scholars from Kasharawar will have a game that displays their understanding of mechanisms and architecture. Travelers will learn how to use the least possible materials to build a road that meets certain requirements within a limited space.
Ooh, I'm already getting a lot of ideas for this one.
This is my cup of tea right
Seems
here.
travelers will have a lot of freedom to try whatever arrangements
Creative
they can
obstacle
think of to reach
courses
those
and
goals.
teapots.
Next is Vahumana. They're taking their booth pretty seriously. They will be holding an archaeological activity where travelers will use specialized equipment to detect relic replicas. Travelers will have to carefully observe the surrounding environment as they search, and even eliminate external interference affecting the detectors to find the relic replicas.
Oh, well, this is all very nice, but are there any games where we won't have to go running around as much? I'm lazy.
Yes, there's something for everyone in these game modes. With this one, you can just relax and stay put while you listen to a story. But as you're listening, you also get to ask the storyteller some questions. If you're able to ask and uncover some key information, then you'll receive some clues to lead you to the truth of the story.
Very mysterious.
Interesting.
Spontamod, on the other hand, is preparing a small combat experiment to put travelers' combat abilities to the test within a set amount of time. Of course, they'll kindly provide a variety of potions to help travelers overcome situations
Oh, it's a
in the
potion
experiment.
power-up game.
Very cool. And last but not least is a little bionic experiment set up by Tainari's Amorta Darshan. Travelers will be able to control replicas of various creatures and command their movement according to a specific rhythm. And that should be
it's a
everything
rhythm
we have for
game.
the Wisdom Gala. So which
It's a rhythm game,
Darshan's
but with
events
little
are
cute
you all most excited
fuzzy
about?
animals.
Oh, you know, Spontamod, because that's what I'm all about. Like combat and battle and victory and never losing. Ever. Never
Confident,
dying.
are we?
Oh,
Wow. I like the star one. I like
Man.
stars. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm most
Hazel's
excited
voice
to
actor
listen
is
to a
kinda
story
funny.
because I think that's about my speed.
Oh, I get that.
And
That's
let's
great.
not forget that in addition to
That's
the Wisdom
great.
Gala, we still have the Inter-Darshan Championship. This is a contest of wisdom and courage, and you won't want to miss seeing which Darshan is able to claim the title of champion.
Very cool. Oh, and there is one more thing to mention here. Layla's very own Hangout quest will be arriving with version
Ooh, another
3.6, so
Hangout.
be sure not to miss it.
Fun.
Okay, that's all.
Yay, we get to hang out with
I like Layla's story.
So I'm excited to check it out.
Okay, and
That'll be
our
fun.
next event will also be taking place in Sumeru. Waynute activity has suddenly been on the rise, and the academia is dispatching researchers to respond to the problem.
This time, we'll be helping scholars clear the desert of obstructions, assemble the Waynute Slayer cannon,
I want to see
and
Layla
repel the
again
wandering
too.
Waynute.
It's very exciting to see
Waynute
Layla.
Slayer
I love her
cannon,
character.
Huh? Wow, yeah, that's quite the name.
As its name implies, it's very effective against Waynute. Our task will be to clear out any monsters nearby and help with the preparations so the cannon can start attacking. I'm sure our travelers will be able to help handle the situation.
Oh yeah. We also have one other event for travelers to continue improving their combat abilities. During the challenge, travelers will have to complete 3 consecutive combat rounds. During each round, the system will randomly activate 1 or more of 4 possible effects at set intervals of time.
Oh, so I guess it's safe to say that no 2 rounds will play the same.
I guess not.
Yeah. If the buff you receive happens to synergize with your team composition, then your team will really start to shine. I personally think it's interesting to have these random elements added to the challenge. I feel like it'll bring some fun and surprises to the gameplay.
Yeah,
totally.
I hate random.
These buff effects
Random means
are
I'm just going to
pretty
ignore
powerful.
it.
The
I'm just gonna be
travelers
honest.
should
If it's random,
definitely
I'm
try
going to
some
ignore it.
different team combinations
I'm just going to
and
play
see
my
what
normal
synergies
teams
they can come up with. And also,
ignore
the
it.
Overflowing Mastery event will be returning once again with double drops for a limited time to help travelers keep leveling up
Mastery
their characters.
In addition to the events we've already mentioned, there will be one more event taking place in an all-new area. So first, I think we should reveal the new area.
No, before we do that, let's take a quick break and give another redemption code.
Oh, yeah. Sounds
Fine.
good. Oh, but one more note,
I
we'll
wanna see
have
the
some
new
info
area.
regarding new artifact sets during the break, so be sure not to miss that.
New artifacts, new area. Okay, name stream. Oh, shoot! I'm gonna pause it real quick because I want to see. I want to read this real quick. Okay, Niv stream. Hydro damage bonus, normal amount. After normal charged and plunging attacks, elemental skills, elemental bursts hit opponents. 1 stack of mirrored nymph will be triggered, lasting 8 seconds. When under the effect of 1, 2, or 3 or more mirrored nymph stacks, attack will be increased by an increasing function, and hydro damage bonus will be increased by an increasing function. Mirrored nymph stacks created by normal charge and plunging attacks, elemental skills, and elemental bursts all exist independently. So it is a hydro set that supports attack scaling characters that do a diverse set of skills and do direct damage with both hydro and their attack scaling. So that would be Child, maybe. Child. It might be a better set for Child than the current Child set. Ayato scales on... No, Ayato has a hit point scale, so probably not Ayato. I mean, Jingshu, of course, but I don't know if that's going to beat... the set that we usually use, the Engulfing Lightning set on Jingshu. Can you think of another Hydro character that is an attack scaler besides Child? Because like Gellin is a hit point scaler. Most Hydro characters are support, not DPS, except for Jingshu and Yellen and Child. Yeah, I can't really noodle out what that set is trying to, what purpose it's trying to serve. Maybe I'm just not thinking of the right character right now. And then the other one is a hit point set. Elemental skill burst damage will be increased by 10%. After the equipping character takes damage, the aforementioned damage bonus will be increased by 80%, so it becomes 18%. For 5 seconds. This effect increase will have 5 stacks, so up to 50%. 4 times. I've never seen this Pokemon before. So that's 5 stacks of 80. Which is 400% of 10, which is 10 becomes 50. This effect will increase, will have 5 stacks. Okay, the duration of each stack is counted independently. These effects can be triggered even when the equipping character is not on the field. So this is the set for Dea. This is the Dea set. Not bad stats, honestly. I think that's pretty good. A 10 to 60% damage bonus for her skill and her burst. That's pretty good. was pretty good. I don't know how the math works, but that seems pretty good to me. And it's a hit point set, which also helps her. So, yeah, that's the set for Dea for sure. Still can't see what the intended target is for the Nim stream, but I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I can't think of what the Nim stream is for, other than just another child set. We don't have many attack scaling Hydra units, honestly. Yay! Because Nilo doesn't really do direct damage. She does, but it's her cores that really make her shine, you know? And then most other Hydra units are not attack scalers. They're Hydra scalers. I mean, you could put it on Jingshu, but like, Jingshu doesn't
Welcome
need
back,
more
everyone.
sets.
Yeah, we are back and ready to show an all-new area being added to the game.
Area.
That's right, and I hope you're all as excited as we are. This area is located deep in the desert, in the northwest of the desert of Hadramaveth. According to legends, it was one of the main rifts that monsters were emerging from during the Conria disaster 500 years ago.
Interesting.
And the site of a battlefield where God suppressed the power of the abyss.
Ooh.
Although it was originally desert, the ecological system has completely changed due to the power of the abyss, and it has become a large, uninhabited area of swamps and wastelands.
So, you're saying that we
Or
might be able
witherings.
to uncover some buried secrets about Conria there? On second thought, it kind of sounds like it might be dangerous.
Yeah.
Does sound kind of
Luckily,
dangerous.
we have some little helpers to assist us in our search. There will be a Pari named Sorush waiting for us that will lend us its abilities, allowing travelers to freely fly across parts of the area
Interesting.
and access some
Whoa.
locations that would be impossible on foot.
Okay.
Wait.
Whoa.
We'll be able
Wait
to
a
fly
second.
around now?
Wait a second. Wait
Yeah,
a second.
this will
Where's
be
the pause
your chance to
button?
fulfill
Wait a
your
second.
dream, Zach.
Wait a second.
After helping
That's a Tower of Fantasy thing. Turning into a fairy and flying around the map is a Tower of Fantasy thing. They stole something back. I'm complaining, but they
Sorush
stole
recover
something
its
back.
power, there will be a small event for travelers to help it continue its training. We will guide Sorush to drive away enemies, conduct speed training, and complete
Boom.
puzzles, so be sure to check it out. Travelers may also encounter a new enemy during their
new
journey
boss.
in version 3.6, the Iniquitous
3
Battles.
elements.
Its abilities
All right.
include using
Electro,
multiple
pyro,
elements
and
in battle,
cryo.
and creating shields for corresponding elements to reduce damage. It definitely looks like it'll be a formidable enemy.
That's
He
not
does
all.
look
We
difficult.
have 2 more interesting enemies that travelers will encounter.
Oh,
the
wow.
Animo and Hydro Hilichurl rogues. These Hilichurls
Hilichurl
are wandering
rogues.
across Tevat and do not
What?
belong to any particular Hilichurl tribe. Sometimes they assist other Hilichurls or tribes in need of help, and they also have a unique combat style.
Even though it seems this place is full of new dangers, that still won't stop the traveler from
Buff
bringing new hope to the
Hilichurls.
region. Some clues related to Conria are also waiting to be uncovered here, so it's definitely worth exploring. And last but not least, in version 3.6, the legendary Dragon of Verdure, Apep, will appear. The Dragon of Verdure was once an emerald green dragon that ruled Sumeru, but its color later changed to that of yellow
Ruled.
sand.
Oh,
Recently,
this is
it seems
prior
be
to the
suffering from
Archons.
some kind of illness. Travelers will be making their way to the Dendro
Our
Dragon's
second
habitat to face it
dragon.
in battle, so we must be very careful. The battle will be split into 3
Yeah,
phases.
I know, right?
An
They look
interesting
very
part
much like
to
the
take note
Kenya
of
ones.
is that in
They're
the
Kenya
second
ones.
phase of the fight, travelers will need to protect the Dendro Dragon from monsters in order to prevent the dragon's illness from getting any worse.
Huh.
Wait, what?
That's different.
Yes, and in the third
get to
phase,
fight little
the Dendro
monsters.
Dragon will unleash some extremely powerful attacks, so travelers will need to be careful to avoid those.
Oh, yeah.
At this point,
One
we
hit
don't know
kill
what
attacks.
the Dendro Dragon has been through and what exactly caused it to change into its current twisted form. Perhaps we'll get some more answers after we've faced it in battle.
Yeah.
The dragon has a close connection with Sumeru's history and gods. Going into its lair and determining what's causing its current condition is an important task and will be helpful to the entire nation of Sumeru. So, if you'd like to learn more about the Dendro Dragon, then be sure to check out Chapter 2 of Nahida's story quest.
Oh,
Chapter
for
2,
sure.
Jerry.
I
Oh,
think
wow.
there'll be a lot of interesting things for
So you
travelers
have
to
to
learn in
get
this
through
one.
Chapter
So
1
be
of
sure to look
Nahida's
forward
quest
to it.
to even unlock it.
Absolutely. And
But it looks
that's
like it's
about
like the
all we
Zhongli
have
boss.
for new
It's
content
like,
in the upcoming version. But
Azuhara.
before we wrap things up, we
Yeah,
have an
it's like
announcement
Azuhara.
regarding Genshin
It's a world
Impact's
boss
music.
that is
The
locked
second
by an
album
Archon
for the
quest.
Sumeru region,
It's exactly what
titled
they did for
The
Zhongli.
Unfathomable Sand Dunes, will also be releasing soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice. I
It totally
love the
makes sense.
Sumeru region music.
Yeah, lots of
Yeah,
story
I do
time
too.
to do.
This album is comprised of 3 discs, compiling all the original music that the Hoyo Mix team created for the Sumeru region, spanning versions 3.1 to 3.6.
Okay, this is super cool. I'm
Yeah.
super
Oh, heck
excited.
yeah. Be sure to
all
pick
the
that up.
desert music. That'll be awesome.
Right, so let's watch a trailer of the new OST and give our final redemption code of the day.
All right. Music in this region is so good. Three discs, 108 tracks. Wow. Yeah, but you can listen to it on YouTube Music, so I can just listen to it. I don't have to buy it. I can just every single track's on YouTube Music. It's great. All right. I'm shimmering today. It's fine. Yeah,
All right,
lots and lots
so
and
it
lots of
seems like
story.
there's going to be a lot to enjoy in the new version.
I know, right?
Yeah. You know what? I'm looking forward to spending more time with Nahida in her new story quest chapter and confronting the new Dendro Dragon.
Yeah, that's
That'll be
going to
interesting.
be crazy.
Dragon
I'm
number
super
3. If you think
happy
about
to
it,
have gotten to come on
Azuhara's
this
Dragon
special
number
program
2.
today. It was my
So this
first
is Dragon
time.
number
This is
3.
so cool. And also, that trailer was so cool.
Oh, so
Definitely.
It was.
I think it's really cool that people will get to discover more about Baiju and that there's more to
Yes,
him than
of course
just the
you think
man
that.
who works at the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
It's got layers.
True.
Layers
True
like
that.
an ogre.
I'm looking forward to the new area, new playables, and of course, the Academia Extravaganza looked super,
events,
super fun.
of course.
Yeah, for sure.
He loves
But
the
yeah,
events.
this is the end of the special program. It's been so great hanging with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me again.
Of course, this is the end. I'll see you guys all in
Yay,
game.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.